Is KMTV 3 News Now, live at 10.
Tonight, the lights are back on for thousands of OPPD customers left in the dark by Sunday's heavy, wet snow. Good evening, I'm Craig Agrelli.
And I'm Jennifer Griswold. At one point, more than 50,000 customers were without power. A check of OPPD's outage map shows tonight fewer than 500 customers remain without power in Douglas and Sarpy counties. Reporter Alex McClune is live with how the blackout affected a number of businesses. Alex?
That's right, guys. At this time last night, all the lights you see behind me here in Blackstone were totally off. This area was pitch black after losing power, but tonight the power's back on and businesses like Dante are back up and running. But for one local market over in the Rockbrook area, the owner says yesterday's power outage couldn't have happened at any worse time. Moresco's Italian market is open 7 days a week, but Sunday's snowstorm forced this store to close shop at the beginning of a new week.
How do you prepare for a snowstorm in October? You know, none of us were expecting winter to come so quickly.
Ethel Fesco is one of the many Omaha business owners who expect a lot of their business to come in on weekends when customers are off of work.
Losing product is problematic, but even more problematic is being closed during business hours for customers, especially on a weekend. Because that's when people are running their errands, that's when people are getting shopping, that's when we do a lot of business on the weekends. So basically we lost all business that we could have had yesterday.
Her market in Rockbrook Village that imports food from Italy lost power around noon Sunday and was out for the rest of the day. Items like sausages, soups, and salads had to be thrown away.
We did what we could. We put away all of the soft cheeses and all of the products that were really perishable into our refrigerators and coolers and tried to keep those shut so that we wouldn't lose any more product.
But with the loss of Sunday's business, she hopes to make up for the lost day this week.
It's costly and it's frustrating, and I'm hoping that those customers will come back and realize that it was just out of our control.
Now, if your home was without power for several hours yesterday, you're going to want to check out the food that's left in the fridge, because the Douglas County Health Department says food that's been left unrefrigerated for over 2 hours, it's best to throw that out. Reporting live, Alex McClune, 3 News Now.
The city of Bellevue has opened a drop-off site for residents who have tree branches that fell during Sunday's snow.
The tree dump is located at Cedar Island Road and Rose Lane near the Green Meadows neighborhood. It will be open during the daylight hours through the end of the week. The Henry Dorley Zoo will also be taking branches from certain types of trees. The zoo posted on social media that it would accept limbs from elm, mulberry, willow trees, among others. It will use them to feed the animals at the zoo, like the elephants. We have contact information for the Henry Dorley Zoo at our website, 3newsnow.com.
Now, your Weather Alert First Forecast.
Well, the weekend snow came to an end pretty quickly, and we've seen it melting almost across the entire area today, thanks to all the sunshine. With clear skies tonight, though, some of that stuff will refreeze and we will see some frosty conditions in the morning, but we're looking at dry conditions to start off that commute. Temperatures are dropping pretty quickly here, low to even mid-30s right now. We're still at 40 degrees here in Omaha, but during the early morning commute, 34 between 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. We start slowly jumping up. Even though it is going to be dry, there will be frosty conditions. So keep that in mind. Keep the kids layered up as they're heading to the bus stop.
New at 10, an Elkhorn Elementary School had to be evacuated during parent-teacher conferences when construction workers hit a gas line tonight. The crews working on bridge repair south of 202nd and Maple hit a 4-inch gas main after 6 tonight. Hillside Elementary and several homes in the area were cleared out as a precaution. MUD crews are on site patching the main. The explosion and fire at Wardrobe Spa at 168th and Harrison last week destroyed the building. The state fire marshal ruled it arson, but that was just the beginning of an investigation that continues tonight. 2 days after the fire, the spa's owner, Michael McKernan, reported someone had broken into his storage unit. Investigators say nothing was taken, but a threatening message was left. Spa no mas, rebuild no option. Then, days later, McKernan reported a home invasion. But investigators are having trouble verifying some of McKernan's claims.
At this point, it's still under investigation. I don't know that we're at a point that we can say one way or another, but we're certainly taking every lead that we come across to determine what happened here.
Police found McKernan tied up in a back garage in his Ginger Cove home. He says 2 to 3 Hispanic males accosted him. No suspects have been identified.
Tonight, the children of a Lincoln couple killed in a 2017 explosion have dropped their lawsuit against the city. Last week, investigators determined Jim Jasa intentionally triggered the blast. He died, and so did his wife, Jean. A lawyer for the family says the children dropped the lawsuit in order to get some closure. Jean Jasa died about 2 weeks after the explosion in August of 2017. Jim was in hospice care until May of this year when he died.
How many friends do you have? Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse told CBS this morning a decrease in personal relationships is adding to political polarization. Sasse says protests and violent protests are becoming more common. In his book, Them, Why We Hate Each Other and How to Heal, Sasse says the loss of community in America has helped widen the political divide.
Until you have things that you're for first, you're not going to be able to figure out what we're trying to do together in politics. Politics, again, I think politics are important, but they're not the first thing. They're certainly not the only thing. And I think right now our politics are suffering because a lot of people are looking to find grand meaning there because we're not reflecting well on these core underminers of happiness at home.
A new CBS News Battleground Tracker poll finds 84% of registered voters in competitive districts think the tone of politics is getting worse.
Campaign 2018, the midterm election is just 3 weeks away. The key race in Omaha is for Congress. Democrats are hoping to flip the seat from red to blue and retake control of the House. But Congressman Don Bacon is aiming to win another term. Tonight, my one-on-one interview with the Republican incumbent. That's okay. Congressman Don Bacon is optimistic. He believes he's on the way to winning a second term, but he insists he's taking nothing for granted.
Now we went from President Obama to President Trump, and the environment's just different. There's more anger. There's more of that vitriol and rancor, and I really think that is an issue.
Bacon says he has heard it from constituents that Washington is broken, but the incumbent Republican says he has been part of the solution.
I think the first one is the successes that we have. We have the best economy in 50 years, the lowest unemployment in 49 years. When we came in, we had an economic growth of 1.2%. Now it's 4.2%.
As for what he expects at the debate,
as Nebraska 02's representative, I want to make sure I'm setting the example. I will debate passionately, but I want to disagree agreeably and have just a good conversation.
And the retired Air Force Brigadier General has a list of what he wants to work on if voters re-elect him.
But we have some serious issues to solve. Healthcare, immigration, workforce reforms, getting people back to work that are out of the workforce, even in a time of record unemployment. And I would just ask them, do you want a moderate conservative perspective, Midwestern values, solving these problems, or do you want a more democratic socialist?
Bacon also mentioned he's been strong on restoring military spending in the federal budget.
As with other high-profile candidates in the state, Craig sat down with challenger Cara Eastman here in our Omaha studios.
The one specific issue Eastman believes will decide the election and what sets her apart from her Republican opponent. My one-on-one with the Democratic challenger next.
You're watching KMTV 3 News Now with Jennifer Griswold, Craig Negrelli, Weather Alert Team meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin, and sports with Adam Kruger. This is KMTV 3 News Now, live at 10.
David Young will say anything to get elected. The facts about his record. Young voted for a bill that would gut protections for pre-existing conditions, allowing insurance companies to increase premiums or deny coverage. Young also voted for a plan that would allow them to raise premiums on older Iowans. The AARP called that an age tax. No matter what he says, David Young's record speaks for itself. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We're members of the Lincoln Firefighters Union.
We know firsthand what it takes to keep a community safe.
Here's the truth about Deb Fisher's opponent.
She doesn't understand the needs of first responders.
On the city council, she hasn't given us the support we need to keep our community safe.
That's why our Firefighters Union endorsed Deb Fisher.
Deb listens and she keeps her word.
And she delivers results when we ask for help.
That's why we're proud to stand with Deb Fisher.
I'm Deb Fisher, and I approve this message.
At Jensen Tire and Auto, you can count on expert auto service done right the first time at the most competitive price in town. We'll even match any local competitor coupon on any service we offer. Guaranteed.
Jensen, for the long, healthy life of your car. Check us out at JensenTireandAuto.com.
Now at Jensen Tire and Auto, get up to $200 back when you purchase a set of 4 select Goodyear or Dunlop tires using your Goodyear credit card. Goodyear tire savings now at Jensen.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
3newsnow.com, the latest weather when you need it.
Tonight, we continue our look at the candidates in the race for Congress in District 2 here in Omaha.
Democrat Cara Eastman believes she has tapped into voter anger and distrust of lawmakers in Washington. More campaign 2018 coverage now and my one-on-one interview with the challenger. Cara, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for coming in.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure.
Cara Eastman believes momentum is on her side. Coming off a primary victory in May, Eastman says her grassroots campaign is connecting with the people she talks with on the trail.
There are so many people that are still struggling, and those are the people that are looking for a voice in Congress.
And there is one issue the Democratic challenger thinks is a winner for her, both in her television ads and, more importantly, on Election Day.
The number one issue that we hear people talk about at the doors is health care. There are a number of people in our district who are struggling, and the story about my mom and her outrageous prescription drug costs is resonating with people in the district.
The founder of the Omaha Healthy Kids Alliance and Metro Community College board member told me her campaign has knocked on 120,000 doors in the Omaha area. Eastman is hoping to flip District 2 from Republican to Democrat. She says people constantly tell her Washington is broken and it's time for change.
I think that right now people are so frustrated. They're frustrated with the political system, they're frustrated with Congress and its ineffectiveness.
What are you hoping to accomplish at the debate?
I'm excited about the debate because it gives me a great opportunity just to show the policy differences between myself and my opponent, and to show people that we are different people and the way that we believe that leaders should act in Congress.
The candidates face off tomorrow night in a debate live here on KMTV 3 News Now from 6 p.m. until 7. I will be moderating along with Michael Severe of the Omaha World Herald. We will also live stream the debate on the 3 News Now app and on our website, 3newsnow.com.
Hurricane Michael slammed the Florida coast less than 1 week ago. Tonight's search efforts continue.
The latest on the storm aftermath and President Trump's reaction during a tour of the hard-hit areas next.
And after being hit with our first snow of the season, a frosty start to your morning, but much warmer temperatures are in store. Plus, I'm tracking a couple more fronts. I'll let you know the changes they'll bring.
When life and limb are on the line, there's no time for talking points. It's time for action. As a Navy hospital corpsman and healthcare leader, Merv Reapy learned how to dive in and solve real problems. Merv fought to provide over $840 million in property tax relief, create better healthcare options, and invest in our kids. Today, we need leadership in Lincoln we can trust to deliver. I'm Mayor Jean Stothert, and that's why I support Senator Merv Reapy for legislature.
There's a time to slow down, to change our pace. But that time isn't now. Now's the time to go forward with a new energy, focus, and Medicare plan from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the name trusted for nearly 80 years. Call before December 7th to speak with a Medicare plan advisor who can help find a plan that works for you. Like Medicare Advantage plans with $0 monthly premiums. And Part D prescription drug coverage, also available as a standalone plan. Explore other coverage options like Medicare supplement plans. Plus, get discounts and fitness benefits at no additional cost. Annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call now to find a plan that can keep up with you. Call 833-697-0585 or go online now. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. Live fearless.
Why build a new high-tensile steel chassis just to lower the driving position 10 millimeters? Why forge intake valves out of titanium simply to make them a few grams lighter? Why make paddle shifters out of magnesium when aluminum would suffice? Because when you're crafting performance, no measure is too extreme. The Lexus LC and LC Hybrid. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Introducing Unlimited with Payback, only from US Cellular. The only unlimited plan that pays you back for data you don't use. So, quit flushing money down the toilet with Verizon. Bye-bye. It's payback time. Get unlimited with Payback and get paid back for data you don't use. You can save up to $240 per year on a single line versus Verizon.
President Trump and the First Lady got a first-hand look at damage in Florida caused by Hurricane Michael. The search for storm victims continues tonight, 5 days after the storm. Dozens remain unaccounted for. President Trump said seeing the damage firsthand was tough and said he would be there for storm victims.
Just making sure everyone's safe, that they're fed. You know, many of these people have no home. Some of them have no trace of a home. You wouldn't even know, it just got blown right off the footing. So our big thing is feeding, water, and safety.
So far, the official death toll for Hurricane Michael stands at 18.
All right, Weather Alert meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin is here. And Jenny, what a weekend it was. Gorgeous Saturday, snow on Sunday, and then cold for Monday.
Yeah, it seemed like Mother Nature forgot the calendar and just kind of was doing her own thing. She went rogue.
She really did, because, I mean, really to see at least a little more than an inch of snow yesterday, that was record snow on that date.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Then by late afternoon today, with all that sun, it was gone.
It was history.
Nice, yeah.
It was nice. That's the one nice thing about this time of the year. Yeah, kind of a hit and run, kind of really quick kind of turnaround. What a difference a day makes across the area.